Hey, what's up guys? Mike Patrick, and in this video I want to talk about how you can eat as many whole foods as you want. You can eat as much whole foods as you want, okay? So you can eat many different types of whole foods and as much of them as you want without worrying about overdoing it, okay? Now, why did I say this? What made me think of this topic? So one day I was just sitting back, I was thinking about a time where I walked into the GNC health food store, and I used to work at GNC, and even once I stopped working there, I would still go and buy supplements from there. And so it was a particular GNC that I used to go to all the time. It was the one that I worked at also. And I seen the store manager, okay, who was also my manager when I was working there. So we had a pretty decent relationship. Before I started working there, I used to go into the store, and I used to talk to the manager all the time. He was always often working at also. So the thing is, we're talking, and so one day I guess he just decided to ask me. You know, he like, man, all that stuff don't make you sick. You taking all that stuff don't make you sick. So what I went in and got was my usual. I went in and got some Chlorfresh, chlorophyll. I got some chlorella, some spirulina, okay? And then every once in a while I would get other things sometimes here and there, okay? And the thing is, guys, he was like I said, he was like, you know, don't you get tired of eating all that, or don't you get sick eating all that? Is it not too much? And so, like I was trying to explain to him, is you can't overdo it with whole foods, okay? Now, we may think of things like spirulina and chlorella as supplements, like how you would think of a vitamin pill as a supplement, and I'm gonna get into the difference. Okay, so because you can't go into the grocery store, right? And you can go buy, you know, beef, you can go buy pork, chicken, all right, fruits and vegetables. So we tend to look at stuff like spirulina, chlorella. We still look at these things as like vitamin pills more so. For one, they're powdered a lot of times, and they come in pill and tablet form, so that's one reason. But another reason is that, like I said, we just can't go in the store and just go in the grocery um, market and go to an aisle and pick up some spirulina and chlorella, right? So with that said, we think of it as a supplement, and we think that we can overdo it, right? Well, these things are actually just food. They're whole foods, just like any other food that you would eat, okay? They provide a certain amount of fats. They provide a certain amount of vitamins and minerals, okay? Um, and what else? And other, just trace vitamins and minerals and things of that nature. So they provide everything you need, and calories. They provide calories. So therefore, they provide everything you need to be sustained, okay? They are whole foods, okay? So you can't eat too much of it, all right? You know, I would prefer that you eat more of those things as opposed to some of the things that we do eat in our diet, okay, that has too much fat and calories a lot of times, and trans fats and things of that nature. So now the difference is between a supplement and a whole food, okay? Or what I would consider a supplement, because you can take whole foods supplementally, like supplemental, you know what I mean? So you eat, what you would consider regular food that you get from a grocery store, fast food restaurant, anything like that, and then still take your spirulina, chlorella, things like that on the side, okay? So you can take it supplemental, but I still wouldn't necessarily want to call it a supplement like a vitamin. Okay, now the difference between a vitamin, right? A vitamin doesn't really provide you with any calories or fats, okay? So it can't be considered a food, okay, or a protein, all right? So it can't be considered a whole food. It doesn't have a whole food component. Vitamins and minerals, I mean, vitamins that you take are usually just isolated vitamins and minerals, okay? So it makes sense that you don't overdo it with those, okay? Because you can have a toxic level of certain vitamins and minerals in your system. And so the thing about it, they're very vitamins are isolated, okay? They're very concentrated and isolated. So when you get a vitamin at the store, it's a multivitamin. It has a lot of times more than your daily value of certain vitamins and minerals. So you can't overdo it if you take too much, okay? And then it's very concentrated, okay? So you don't need very much vitamins and minerals that you will buy out of a store, okay? So that's the difference. So when you get your whole food, guys, take as much of that as you can tolerate. Now I'm not saying take it to a point where you would start wasting it, because you know, if you do anything in excess, then all you're going to do is end up wasting a lot of those good trace vitamins and minerals, you know, enzymes, proteins, fats, and things of that nature. You're going to just waste it. It's going to go right through you, and you're going to lose a lot of those vitamins and minerals and things at the bathroom. So that's the reason why you don't want to overdo it, because your body can only assimilate a certain amount of nutrients, you know, in a given time. So, but I'd rather you overdo it with foods like that than overdoing it at, you know, Burger King, McDonald's, wherever, you know, the cookout, you know, whatever have you, wherever have you. So that's the thing, guys. So I know, you know, that's just something that may be on you guys' mind, that may have been on you guys' mind, something that you know, you may have thought about before, guys. You have you have whole food supplements, okay? And then you have like, you know, whole foods that you get from the store, that you can get from the grocery store, and then you have isolated vitamins and minerals, things like that. That's what you're gonna pop, just, you know, one pill a day. Or you may take a break. You may do a regimen where for a few weeks you take a certain supplement, okay, to get your levels up. Sometimes we need to do that, and it may be certain things you're deficient in, and you may have to supplement with a particular vitamin, an isolated vitamin. Some people take D3, okay. Some people take vitamin B12, B, whatever. Like, so, you know, you can buy isolated vitamins, and you can take those to get your levels up for a certain amount of time. But that's an isolated vitamin. It's not a whole food. All right, guys. So hopefully that's a good understanding, you know, of the difference between a whole food and an isolated vitamin that you can get from the store. And and hopefully, like I said, this answers some questions on how much you can take and things of that nature. You can take as much as you want, really, without wasting it. It's regular food, okay? So things like bee pollen, that's a whole food, okay? You get fats, proteins, enzymes, vitamins, and minerals, okay? Whole food. So bee pollen, spirulina, chlorella, I'm a big fan of it all. Uh, I talked about earlier how I would get chlorophyll. You want chlorophyll in your diet every day if you can, but you can't overdo it with chlorophyll. That's one thing that's isolated. It's concentrated. So you just take like a tablespoon of chlorophyll, maybe add that to a smoothie or something like that, you know. But yeah, guys, so hopefully this was a good one. Hopefully this was helpful. Peace.